Hey, friends. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. Come join me, your host, Nicole, for some hope-filled conversations about heartfelt entertainment that makes your heart swing. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, and today I'm joined by my sweet friend, Kristen, to talk about Great American Families, A Christmas Blessing, starring James Tupper, Lori Loughlin, and Jesse Hutch. It was written by Alfonso Moreno and directed by David Winning. A TV chef is divinely inspired to take over her late aunt's charity with help from a new friend and handsome neighbor. Welcome back to the podcast, Kristen. I'm excited to chat with you about it today.
Hey, Nicole, thanks so much for having me back on. I'm excited too.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you've been a guest on the show.
I know it has. I'm so happy to be back.
Yes, I'm excited to have you back. So why don't we get started with our Merry Musings, which are our overall thoughts or hot takes of the movie. You want to go first?
Sure. Let's see. I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the Christmas time angel storyline. Probably because It's a Wonderful Life is like my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I think that each actor played their character really well. Lori Loughlin looked really pretty. Her hair, her makeup, her wardrobe was all done really well. And of course, it was nice to see Laura Bertram again. So good. So overall, really love this movie.
Yes. And of course, we know Laura from When Calls the Heart as Mary Dunbar Graves and from Signed, Sealed, Delivered as Peggy in Home Again.
That's right.
And I have to mention, I loved the other appearances from some SSD alum in this movie. We have Jason Cermak, Jack in The Road Less Traveled, and he was also in When Calls the Heart as Dr. Burns. Tammy Gillis as Randy Lynn and Madon. Taryn Holness as Hattie, and Brandon Smith, who played Sylvia in The Road Less Traveled.
Yeah, it was so nice to see those familiar faces again.
Yes, it was. I thought that the script by Alfonso was amazing. I loved the concept of, the charity and the food bank, and the ensemble cast were just all amazing.
Yes, phenomenal.
I also loved all the Christmas feels that we got in this movie. We have, the snowfall and, the Christmas food bank, Christmas music.
Yes. Yeah, I will say that at the beginning of the movie, I was lacking a little in the Christmas feels.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little, but then they kind of amped it up in the middle and then definitely at the end.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. I loved the main romance with Adam and Mandy. And then also, is it just me or was there a little romance going with Laura's character and Jason's character?
Yes.
Jim and Janet.
Jim and Janet. Oh, yeah. I definitely wrote some things about some flirtation going on between Jim and Janet.
Yes. And the matchmaking just a little bit from Janet.
Yes.
About Adam and Mandy, which I'll mention when we get to it. But do we want to talk about our holiday highlights, which are the best or key moments in the movie?
Yes.
You want to go first?
Sure. So I have all of Otto's interesting and awkward moments. Those really worked for me. Like I said, seeing Laura again was awesome. She did so great in all of her scenes.
Yes.
I really loved Adam when he was helping Mandy with all the deliveries.
Yeah.
The Jim and Janet flirting.
Yes.
Adam and Mandy cooking together and chopping the onion and the hand touching. That was super cute.
Yes.
I loved Otto telling Mandy how he actually knew Susie. and how he was fulfilling his promise to Susie. That was really great.
Yeah.
Of course, Adam asking Mandy to stay and the kiss at the end. And then Otto's last scene where he's looking down at them on the street and he's talking to Susie and he just snaps and makes it snow.
Yep.
So
I have all of those, I think. Yeah.
So good.
One of mine, it was at the beginning, it was kind of a comical moment between Mandy and Tammy Gillis's character after Mandy's last show as host of A World of Food. You know, Mandy had given her thank yous to everyone and mentioned what her next endeavor was and, you know, how she'll be writing a book about it. And then they're backstage and Ellie's like, take me with you. And Mandy's like, have you forgotten you have a husband and 2 kids? I send them postcards.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that trip sounded amazing. Who would not want to go on that?
Yes. Paris, Madrid, I think was another country she mentioned.
Yes.
I think Italy maybe was another one. Yeah.
Eating at some really nice restaurants.
One country you'd love to visit someday?
Oh, Italy is at the top of my list. I mean, just for the historic factor and of course, like Venice and, you know, riding in a gondola, like that would be so much fun. And I also wouldn't mind going to Ireland.
Yeah.
All the movies that like Hallmark has done in Ireland has just made me fall even more in love with it. So Italy and Ireland, I think would be 2 top for me. What about you?
So for me, Italy, Ireland, Paris would be fun. I have a friend that is from France, so
yeah, that'd be cool. See that?
I'm sure she could give us a little tour. Yeah, she's been a friend since preschool, so.
Oh wow! So she could take you to all the like really well-established places.
Probably, she probably could. And then we also have a friend from Italy. I can't remember what part, but her son played soccer with my brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it's always fun to get together with her and go out to dinner or, you know, do some fun things around town. Like a couple years ago, we went to a house tour for Christmas, me and her and my mom.
That sounds fun.
It was a lot of
that
fun,
was pretty.
Like one of those historic downtown Charleston homes.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. But back to the movie. What did you think about Adam and Mandy's meet cute?
I thought it was really cute.
Yeah.
The fact that they met so early in the movie, I really like that. In these type of movies, like the earlier they meet, to me, the better, because it kind of establishes their characters and it like fully fleshes out their characters as well. And so I really like that it was early in the movie and that it wasn't anything, you know, there was nothing hostile going on. They weren't like enemies or anything like that. You know, they were just doing business together and then they naturally, you know, organically kind of fell for each other. So I really like that.
Yeah, agreed. I like how he warns her about the black eyes. He's like, careful, there's black eyes.
Yes. Yeah, I was a little bit like, why is he so like cautious? And of course we find out later in the movie, but I was just like, wow, he's really like trying to make sure she's safe. Like, what is this about?
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah.
Another scene that made me laugh was, I think right after that, inside Angel's Fair, which is the place that Mandy's aunt owned that she now owns but wants to sell, and Jim is talking to Adam about getting his own office.
Yes. I mean, the man needs an office, right?
Yep. And they're just like bantering back and forth.
Oh
my gosh. I did love this moment with Mandy finding the quote, "A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle."
I love that. I don't know if I've ever heard that before, but I really love that quote.
Yeah, it's a great quote. It was one of my favorites in the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, I love the first scene with Otto when they are talking about her aunt, but, you know, at first it's just him in the main room, and Mandy walks in and hears him talking to himself, apparently.
Yeah.
And saying Susie, which is Mandy's aunt. And then Mandy and Otto were talking, and he starts singing the lyrics to Do You Hear What I Hear? And she's like, excuse me, what?
Like, this is strange.
I also love when he starts singing Deck the Halls when Adam is there. He just like runs away. Not runs, but walks away.
Right, yeah.
And he gives Adam and Mandy the key to Susie's office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right off the bat, Otto seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
Very interesting, kind of mysterious. Did you pick up on the fact that there was something? Yeah, me too.
Yeah, almost right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jesse nailed that role.
He did so great. He was perfectly casted for this role.
Totally agree. And I was going to wait until the end to mention it, but since you already brought up the scene a few minutes ago when he is telling Mandy how he knew Susie, I'm not going to lie, it gave me a touch of Touched by an Angel vibes.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. Yeah.
Because he is, I guess, an angel.
Yeah.
Which I loved. I loved that element in this movie.
Yeah, me too. As soon as I realized that's where it was going, I was like, yes.
Yes. Adam and Mandy at the bookstore talking about light reading. I love how Adam says light reading about food.
Yeah.
Mentions she's writing the cookbook and she has to stay in town longer because there was an error on the contract for Angel's Fair. Mm-hmm. And fun fact, the scarf that James Tupper is wearing in that movie as Adam, I had that same exact one.
No way.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
I had that same exact red scarf.
Wow, you should have wore it for the podcast.
I should have. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I saw it and I was like, I have that scarf.
That's great. Is it a new scarf or have you had it for a while?
I've had it for a while.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's awesome.
I think I got it from Old Navy, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
I loved the scene with Otto and Mandy when Mandy is telling him about how Susie taught her how to cook in Berlin. I thought that was a nice conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was.
And we get a little backstory on her, and her dad was a career military person, and they moved around a lot. And when Mandy was 14, Susie came to visit, and they spent all day in the kitchen.
Sounds like a really good aunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is also the scene that Adam comes in with the corrected contract, and now Mandy's like not so sure she wants to sign it, and so she bargains with Adam to keep Angel's Fair open until the day after Christmas so that they can have one more final Christmas feast.
Yeah, that was a really great decision on her part.
Yes, agreed. And of course, Otto wants to help.
Yes.
And I love how Mandy says, "What have I done?"
She's like, what have I gotten myself into?
Yep. This was a nice quote from Otto, and it is after Mandy meets with the general manager of, I think, one of the distributors that give out donations. And she said no because she has already exceeded the donation limit, and that probably means it's too late. And Otto says it's never too late to do a good thing.
Yeah, that was a good quote. I like that.
I love the moment with Adam and Jim when Jim is telling Adam that he's falling for Mandy, and Adam is in complete denial, and he's like, maybe we should go check on her, referring to Mandy because she's in the office. Yeah. And Adam walks in the office to check on Mandy, and Jim kind of shouts quietly, "You're playing with fire." Because Jim just wants his office. Yep.
That's all he can think about right now.
Oh my gosh. What did you think about Adam and Mandy's dinner that they had at the restaurant? I thought that was a nice moment.
I thought so too. It's a really nice moment. And I mean, I couldn't tell you exactly what they were eating, but it looked good.
I have no idea what they were
It
eating,
was
but
like
it looked
tiny
delicious.
little portions. It looked like maybe like a little steak or something, like a filet
Yeah,
mignon
that's
or
what I
something.
thought.
But yeah, I mean, it looked good. Like I
Mhm.
wouldn't mind trying some of that
Yeah.
gourmet food.
Yes. And the conversation with Chef Louis
Yeah.
about being on Mandy's show, and I love how he offered to help with the food
Yeah.
bank and getting
Yeah.
done.
He seemed like a nice guy.
Yes, he did. Otto is just dropping some words of wisdom in this movie, and I absolutely love it.
Yes.
When he is outside Angel's Fair with Adam and talking about Mandy and all the work she's doing for the food bank, Otto says, "The unselfish act of bringing cheer to others is the beginning of a happier life for ourselves."
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was nice.
Yeah, I
Another
love.
great quote. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was one of the funniest scenes in the movie. And at least the beginning of it was when Adam is just chilling out watching an episode of Mandy's show, and she sneaks up behind.
And she scares the tarnation out of him.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
Yes. And on the episode that he's watching, she is talking about Bernays sauce.
He keeps repeating it so he knows how to say it.
Bernays sauce. Bernays sauce.
I love that. I love that little moment because it's like he's trying to, see who she is and what she's all about, try to connect with her.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to hear a little bit more of Adam's backstory with why he's kind of standoffish about Christmas.
Yes.
And when he was 7, he got the measles on Christmas Day. When he was 17, he had a fender bender in his dad's car on Christmas Eve. When he was 24, his girlfriend broke up with him on Christmas Day as he was giving her a gift.
Ooh, so much bad luck. Bless his
Oh,
heart. It's awful.
I feel so bad for him.
I know, me too.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had that much bad luck.
No, especially not on one day.
Mm-mm. But I could understand why he would be standoffish.
Yeah, it made sense. Once he finally told like why, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get why he's being a little extra careful.
Yes. What did you think of Donna, who is played by Karen Holness? I love her character. Yeah.
Yes, I do too. And I like her as an actress. I was like, oh my
Yes.
God, of course. Like, I love her.
Yes.
At first, I was a little like, oh no, is she going to be kind of like a mean, snarky
Mhm.
reporter? But she ended up not. So that was great. I like that.
At first, Donna declines on the human interest story for Angel Fair, but then a little bit later, when Mandy, Janet, Otto, and Adam, I believe, are giving food out to everyone, she shows up and gives an interview with Mandy, which I thought was nice.
Yeah.
It was a great moment. Donna shows up and gives the interview and then gives a donation from everyone at the station because she mentioned how touched they all were. And I thought that was so thoughtful.
Yeah, that was a sweet moment.
Yeah. This is also when they ran out of food, and unfortunately, they have to turn some people away.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Right.
But then, literally within maybe a minute or two, Mandy gets a call from the general manager of Gentry's Foods, who we saw earlier. And she's been authorized to make an in-kind donation to Angel Fair. And the change of heart is because Otto called someone on the board who convinced him to turn on the interview.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Otto.
Thank you, Otto. I knew with that face that Otto made, I think after the interview, I knew he was going to do something.
Right. Yeah, you could tell like the wheels were
He
turning
was
in his
up to
mind.
something. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we get the first little flirtation with Jim and Janet when he helps her cut the pizza.
The pizza with the knife, the pocket knife.
That was clever. I don't think I've ever cut pizza with a pocket knife.
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh. And then tells her about being an Eagle Scout.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get some matchmaking from Janet about Adam, and she's like, a helpful man is an attractive man. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, she ain't wrong.
No, she ain't wrong. Another moment I loved was the talk with Adam and Mandy at the tree lot, and he's sharing about being in the courier business, and Adam compliments Mandy about running the food bank. And then he invites her to a thank you dinner, which is hot dogs, and I loved that.
Yeah, I did too. I think this is when the Christmas feels started to come for me.
Yeah. I think a hot dog is probably one of my favorite foods.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you like on your hot dog?
Well, of course, cheese. I normally put pepper jack on mine. And then sometimes I'll put relish and then ketchup. And every time I put ketchup on a hot dog, my dad's like, ketchup? Nobody eats ketchup on a hot dog.
That's so funny. Josh and I were just having this conversation a couple of days ago because I also put ketchup on my hot dogs. I also put mayonnaise on my hot dogs. And I like to sprinkle cheese, but I also really love a chili dog. I like chili on a hot dog.
Oh, yes. I love chili on my hot dog.
And onions. I like onions on a hot dog. Yeah. Well, I was telling Josh, I was like, well, a hot dog is kind of like a sandwich, right? You have bread, a meat, and bread. And some people put ketchup on their burgers and stuff. Yeah, I'm totally with you. Ketchup does belong on a hot dog.
Hot dog. Yeah, he was quoting a movie. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's a really popular movie. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, there is a famous quote, and it says something like, nobody puts ketchup on a hot dog.
That's hilarious. Well, I guess me and you are nobodies.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. Yep. And funny story from when I was a kid, sometimes when one of my cousins would come and we would have hot dogs, one of us, I can't remember who, one of us just ate the actual hot dog and then the other just ate the bun.
No way. Oh, wow.
I was the one that ate the actual hot dog and my cousin ate the bun.
That's hilarious. You guys just shared it, I guess.
I guess. Funny childhood stories.
Yes.
Can't go wrong. Another scene I really loved was Otto and Mandy talking about the Bible verse that he wrote on the wall, which is from Acts chapter 20, verse 35. It is more blessed to give than to receive.
That's perfect for this scenario.
Yes. That. And then Otto goes into talking about time, and I love this quote as well when he says, time really has no meaning. However, love, grace, beauty, the Christmas spirit, well, that does. Otto's dropping some words of wisdom.
He is. He really is.
Yeah. And of course, here's where a little bit of the magic comes in, and he tells her to close her eyes and count to 5, and then the lights come on.
Oh, yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, that was beautiful. All the lights hung up and all the decorations.
Yes.
Adam catching Mandy from slipping on the slippery sidewalk. That was great.
Oh, yes. I love a good slip and fall and catch scene.
Yep. Did you see the looks from Janet and Jim? They were like, okay. There's something going on between them.
Yeah, they picked up the vibe.
Yep. We hear that Chef Louis unfortunately had an accident and fractured his wrist, so he won't be able to help cook.
Oh, poor Louis.
I know. I would have loved to have seen more scenes with him as the sous chef for the Christmas. dinner.
Yeah, me too. I think that him and Mandy could have worked really well together in the kitchen.
Think so. Yes. But Mandy does not have to cook by herself because Adam helps her. And I love the little montage we got with the two of them. And she is teaching him about the different knife cuts and, how to cut the food.
Yes. When she was showing him how to dice the onion, I was like, I need to try that.
Yes. I would love to learn how to cook more.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of I get by, my husband and my son, they don't complain, but I definitely would like to, have some extensive cooking knowledge.
I'm sure what you cook is wonderful. I'm sure it tastes great.
Well, thank you. I'll have to cook for you sometime.
Yes, of course. Maybe come visit me in Charleston.
Yes, exactly.
Or maybe sometime when I'm in Tennessee.
Exactly. Come right on over. We'll have hot dogs.
Yes. Hot dogs and pizza.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh. Or roast chicken.
Yeah.
Looks like what they cooked for the Christmas feast.
Yeah.
That or turkey. I can't tell which one. Probably one of those.
Yeah.
For Christmas, it's usually turkey.
Right.
I also loved the little montage we got with Jim, Janet, and Donna, and Otto too, helping wrap the gifts for the kids. I thought that was nice.
A good scene.
And Otto singing "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen."
Does Jesse, is that his natural voice? Is he a singer?
I think so. I think he does sing a little bit.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think he did anything at karaoke night at Rama Drama that I could remember, but he should have because he has a great voice.
For sure.
Maybe the next one.
Yes, there you go. Maybe just putting it out there.
Yes. What is your favorite Christmas song?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We're talking about Christmas songs.
Yes. Well, I break Christmas songs into two categories. I break them into Christmas carols. So songs about Jesus and about the actual meaning of Christmas. And then just kind of Christmassy songs that are just, silly fun songs.
Yeah.
So Baby It's Cold Outside is my favorite, just Christmassy song.
Yeah.
And Hark the Herald Angels Sing is my favorite Christmas carol. Yeah. What about you?
Oh man, that's tough because I love so many.
I know, right? There's so many to choose from.
But if I had to pick one Christmas carol, I think my number one would be "Oh Holy Night."
Oh, so good. Yes.
And then regular Christmas carol, such as the one you mentioned, I think I would have to say, gosh, this is where it gets hard. I mean, it's hard with the other category too, but
right, yeah.
I feel like there is one that's staring me right in the face. Because I'm indecisive, I'll pick three.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so three of my top favorite songs from this category. One, I think it could be a little sad, but I do love it, and it's "Where Are You Christmas" by Faith Hill from The Grinch.
That's a good one.
It's a beautiful song. I love the song by Michael W. Smith, "Christmas Day." And I'll say just whatever song is coming to my head that I can think of right off the bat, "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas."
That's a great one too. Yes. I was gonna say, what about White Christmas? Because you have on the shirt "Merry and Bright."
Yes, I love that one too. I love White Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. And
for any of you out there that are a fan of Wes Brown, go check out his Christmas album because it's amazing.
I heard that it was so good.
Yes. I just bought it yesterday.
Awesome. That's great.
So, any of you listening, if you would like to share your favorite Christmas songs, just drop them in the comments of this video. We would love to know.
Yes.
To wrap up the movie, we get the beautiful scenes at the Christmas feast and Otto saying grace. That was one of the best parts in this movie.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. It was short, but it was sweet.
Yeah.
And Janet's thank you toast to Mandy, and Mandy's thank you to everyone, and the kids receiving their gifts. Otto showing Adam and Mandy the drawing from one of the kids.
Oh, that was precious.
Got me a little teary-eyed. Thank you, Miss Gilmore, for giving us the best Christmas ever.
That was so sweet, so precious.
Yes. And then we already mentioned it, but Otto telling Mandy about how he knew Susie, and Adam and Mandy sharing their feelings for each other. And
yes, finally. Woo!
Yes. And Jesse's character Otto making it snow with his fingers, which I loved.
Yeah, that was great.
Moving on to our ratings segment, what would you give this movie for the plot and the script out of 10?
10 out of 10, totally, for plot and script. It kept me engaged the whole time. I wasn't bored. Like, I really loved it.
Yes, same. Chemistry,
10 out of 10.
Yep.
I mean, really, anyone you pair with Lori Loughlin, they're going to do great. And also, I'm sorry, what is the actor's name that played Adam?
Tupper.
Yes, he reminds me a lot of Jack Wagner.
Yeah.
He looks very similar. So there were I was having a little bit of like When Calls the Heart, Abigail and Bill moments here and there. But yeah, I thought their chemistry was great. 10 out of 10.
Yes, I agree. And I think I saw a couple comments about
saying the same thing.
Jack Wagner. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I wonder if they're related somehow. That'd be funny.
I don't know. Yeah, that would be funny. But I love James Tupper too. I think one of the first times I saw him was in one of the Love Comes Softly movies. I can't remember which one, but I know he was in it.
Right. Okay.
I think he played the pastor, if I'm correct, in one of them. But yeah, he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
And he did a movie with Lori earlier this year, a winter movie.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Fall into Winter.
Okay.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed that one as well. Christmas feels.
So this one, I hate to do it because I'm so picky, but I have to have my Christmas feels. I didn't really get them until midway through the movie, so I knocked a couple points down. I gave it 8 out of 10.
That's fair. Yeah, I was going to say 8 as well. And then overall?
Overall, 9.5 out of 10.
Yes. Yeah. I think it was amazing and one of the best from Great American Family this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they're really doing, I mean, I know the network is fairly new. I think they're doing a really great job with the movies that they're producing.
Yeah, they're knocking it out of the park this year. For sure. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you, Kristen, for joining me.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun.
I can't wait to have you back on again for another Christmas movie review in the future.
Anytime.
Yes. All right, everybody. I think that wraps up our review of A Christmas Blessing. If you enjoyed this episode, you can like this video and share your thoughts on the movie in the comments. If you want to stay up to date on all of my movie reviews, you can subscribe to this channel and make sure to turn on the bell so you are notified when I post new episodes. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and we will see you next time. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.